one, I'm going to show you some mods that I just tried out. I actually am a bit overwhelmed with trying to set up a build that makes the gameplay much more modernized. I cannot get this mod called Elden Rim moveset to work in my game. I really want to use it so bad. So I just wanted to show off some mods before I forget, because this is a new build and I want to share with you the mods that I add as I go along. So the first mod up is called Skyclimb, which has requirements like EVG animated traversal, Nemesis, and a few others. So make sure to check the box for EVG animated traversal when running Nemesis for this mod. This mod is amazing. With this, you can climb up walls as long as the walls aren't too high, you know. So looking at a ledge, you will see an indicator that informs you that the wall is indeed climbable. You'll see like a small green icon, or actually you can choose which icon you want to have, because it actually does come with the FO mod installer, but I stayed with the default icon. So this is so good as most of my playthroughs involve stealth. So I already tried climbing different walls like fort walls to sneak up on enemies, and you know, it works really well. So you can also hurdle over fences and small walls. And while I was using this, man, it worked almost flawlessly. I did run into a couple bugs, however, but I did find some workarounds. So one bug I ran into was the camera got locked up, and another one was like my character kind of got locked up, and I was able to like run on air as if like I didn't have any like gravity or something. So the workarounds that I found for these was basically unsheath my weapon, and then that would make me fall to the floor if I was like, you know, stuck in the air. And if my camera got stuck, I would just run to a wall and then begin to climb that. So this mod works almost flawlessly. Ignore the bugs on the bug page, because those are just people that don't know what they're doing. I highly recommend this mod. Next is Ultimate Animated Potions NG, and this is a mod I wanted for a long time. This is going to show your character actually consuming the potion when you drink it. So you can walk while doing this, while you're actually having the animation of your character drinking the potion. So it'll be very similar to the Dark Souls games. So I've tried other mods like this in the past, but they just weren't compatible with my build, especially mods like 360 movement behavior. So with this, it worked well. It worked flawlessly. Just make sure you run Nemesis, and like I said, I had zero problems with this mod. Next is Immersive Laundry, and this mod is going to add some clotheslines around the towns with laundry hanging from them. So if you're going to use this mod, I recommend downloading the Fixes by P. Fusher, because he has like some optimized textures and meshes. So this mod is nice, and I'm actually kind of a fan of this idea, but I feel like there is a bit too much laundry placed everywhere. Like every house damn near had clothes out to dry, and I doubt everyone washes their clothes at the same time, you know. So even outside of all of that, I'm just sure that this mod will have a lot of conflicts with like town and city overhauls, which I actually have yet to add in my build. But you know, if you don't use those type of town overhauls, you might like this one. Like I said, I think it's just a little bit too much laundry hanging around everywhere. There's also an add-on called Immersive Laundry Animated, which makes the hanging laundry move as if it was like blowing in the wind. However, I didn't like this mod as it was just too subtle. I had to get really close and look at it, and you can just hardly see it moving. Also, the entire model is moving, not just the laundry. So like the whole dang pillar and everything is moving, and I really didn't like that. Next is Carriage Drivers New Clothing by Xtudo. This is going to give your carriage drivers some new clothes that, in my opinion, fits well into the Skyrim world. So I like this mod because it looks cleaner, but it doesn't look brand new, you know, so it's not going to break your law too much. So I also love me some dark saturated colors, and this helps my game look a bit different. So this actually makes me want to go and find some face replacers for my carriage drivers as well. So I think this is a mod that I'm definitely going to keep. Xtudo makes a lot of great mods, so you should definitely go check out their page. So the next mod up is Markarth Outskirts by GG Unit. This is going to be a huge overhaul, making the outskirts appear like a city on its own. there's a lot added here, as you can see, and naturally this took me down about 20 frames. But in this area, there's little to no hostility, so it's fine. The mod is really beautiful, and I feel like I tried this in an earlier version on LE, because I remember this mushroom farm that's in the area. So there wasn't any problems with the carriage and ferry travel overhaul, which I have installed, and I didn't even install the patches, as I like to see what the issues are before I decide to add the patches. So the mod appeared to have a slight nav mesh issue, like the beggar was walking into the statue, you know, like completely ignoring that it was there, and sometimes he would just be standing in the water fountain. So if you're using the mod called Paradise City, you will have a tree blocking one of the doors, because I did notice that as well. And the mod also has some issues with Lanterns of Skyrim 2, which is a mod that I think everybody should have in their game. So surprisingly, there weren't any patches for Lanterns of Skyrim 2, so I just ended up with floating braziers and lanterns. So because of this, I just simply cannot keep the mod. Hasbulla is pretty disappointed that there's no patch for the Lanterns of Skyrim 2, so he's watching down on you with the mod called Hasbulla Moon by 19. And this is a simple texture replacer of the moon with Hasbulla's face. So I actually forgot that I had this mod installed, and then, you know, I noticed it when I was toggling the free camera showing off the previous mod. Alright, so the next mod is Northern Farmhouses patch, and this is going to change the farmhouse models that you see in Riverwood as well as some other places. So it is supposed to be installed after the original Northern Farmhouses, but the mod has actually been deleted. So I went ahead and installed this anyway, and it seems to be working without the requirement, although I did have some flickering issues when standing on some of the rooftops. I'm going to flag this as sus, but I'll hold on to it anyway, just because I really like this mod, and it doesn't have a plugin. So with that being said, I'm actually going to end the video here. If you are still watching, I thank you. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, if you're feeling generous, and comment below on this video if you know of any mods that remodel houses, because that's something that I'm currently interested in. Alright, so all of the mods shown in this video, I will place it in the description, and I'll see you guys later.